Good morning, everybody. I'm here with this very handsome fellow, Rafiki, and Northern Ground Hornbill. This video was actually made a couple of weeks ago, and I'm doing a little voiceover to tell you a little bit about Rafiki and Northern Ground Hornbills. Mainly because, unless you are as lucky as I am, when do you ever get to see the amazing face of a Northern Ground Hornbill quite this close? What's going on here is I was trying to make a video of Rafiki interacting with his enrichment for one of our enrichment videos, but Rafiki had other ideas and he's trying to get me to engage in some cuddles. It's a bit of a battle of wills, but as you'll see, the hornbill wins, as so frequently is the case, which brings up 2 points for me. The first is, it's quite okay for our birds to call the shots. Many times when seeing us interact with our birds out in the aviary, someone's jokingly made the comment, who's training who here? And quite rightly so. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that. I stopped referring to myself as a bird trainer some time ago. I think of myself as a teacher and also a learner. And in return, the birds we work with are also learners and teachers. It's a mutual relationship. Nobody's in charge. We're in this together. And they're my friends and co-workers, and I'm more than happy to let them take the lead some of the time. And they let me take the lead some of the time as well. And if you think about it, that's how the best relationships in all of our lives work. People ask us all the time why our birds stay, why they don't run away or fly away. And I think this is the major reason why. They're not controlled or dominated here at Tracy Aviary. They have lots of choices, and we work with them to create an environment and a life where they choose to willingly interact with us and want to stick around. The second point has to do with the scratches and tactile interaction you'll see him getting in this video. I don't ever touch any of our birds just because I want to. And I do want to. I mean, who wouldn't want to pet an owl or cuddle a crane? But I would no more touch, pet or cuddle any of them than I would touch, pet or cuddle any human in my life without permission. So if you happen to see me out and about in the aviary once we're open again, the one question you're guaranteed to get a negative response to is, can I pet that bird? I would never expect our birds to tolerate that any more than I would tolerate it happening to myself. But some of our birds, as you can see, solicit this interaction. They ask for it, and in those cases, we oblige. As you can see, Rafiki is quite insistent about it, and honestly, who can resist those eyes? So while we're here so close with him, and this is about as close as it gets, let's talk about some of those amazing facial features on Northern Ground Hornbills. The thing you can't fail to notice is those eyelashes. We joke, maybe he hutched with it, maybe it's Maybelline. Ladies, aren't you jealous of those luscious lashes? I know I am. Of course, they aren't eyelashes in the sense we think of them. They are feathers. Everything that you see on a bird is a feather, regardless of its similarity to hairs on our own bodies. Rafiki's lashes are modified feathers, but they do serve the same purpose as our own eyelashes, and that's to keep debris out of their eyes. These birds, Northern Ground Hornbills, are found in savanna grasslands of Africa, which can get quite dry and dusty, so those lashes keep that dirt and dust out of his eyes. You'll also notice he has quite a lot of feathers over his nostrils for the very same reason. So you're also, I'm sure, noticing his casque, which is that feature on top of his beak. If I had $1 for every time someone asks us if it's broken, I'd have a lot of dollars. It's not broken. That's exactly how the casque of a Northern Ground Hornbill should look. With it being open at the front, you can see the layers of keratin that make it up. All hornbills have these casques. It's where they get the name hornbill, and the jury's still out on what exactly their purpose. To strengthen the beak at its base, to help resonate sounds they make, to use as a weapon, all reasonable hypotheses for the casque, or just to make them look extra handsome. And it certainly does that. As you can see, this guy is very handsome. And with that beak up close and personal in my face, I should mention how cool that is as well. Hornbills' beaks are incredibly strong. They'll pound and bang on things with it to a point where you're sure it's going to break, or wonder how their brains aren't rattling around. But they also have incredible precision and delicacy with it. It's a pretty heavy structure, so much so that the first and second vertebrae in the neck of hornbills are fused to help them support it. This is unique to hornbills. But it's also a really precise tool, allowing them to pick up the tiniest of objects, helped out by the fact that they can also see straight down to the very tip of their beak, unlike most birds that have binocular vision as hornbills do. And last but not least, his throat pouch. The only colour on a northern ground hornbill is around their eyes and on that throat pouch. In the case of northern ground hornbills, the male hornbills have a blue pouch with some red highlights. Females are strictly blue, one of the ways you can tell male and female apart. But in both sexes, its purpose is the same, and that's for amplifying their vocalizations. The throat pouch, or technically it's a wattle, inflates when they vocalize. And their vocalizations are really cool to hear and can be really special as well. Bonded pairs will, as we say, sing duets. So they call back and forth to each other, and it's really cool to hear. Northern ground hornbills, like the Great Rafiki here, are one of two species of ground hornbill, both of which are found in Africa, but also both found here at Tracy Aviary. They're amazing birds. I've never met a hornbill I didn't like. Smart, charismatic, playful, affectionate, and just an absolute joy to work with, and an absolute honor to have one you can call your friend. Trust me, I never take for granted how special this is. Absolutely never. Not one day. And actually, that is what Rafiki's name means. It's a Swahili word that means friend. And he certainly is that. He is one of my besties. So I'm about to put the camera away right now, given up on the idea of getting a video of Rafiki playing with that enrichment for the moment, and free up both of my hands to give him what he really wants. And he's been very patiently asking for it, which is some serious scratches and cuddles without a camera in the way. I hope you enjoyed this special up-close look at the facial features of a northern ground hornbill, and dare I say, the most handsome northern ground hornbill you'll ever meet. And take care, everybody. I'm about to get some loving, and we will talk to you next time.